Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and we're back here with Transport Fever in the One Hub Let's Play Speed Build series, and we're following one of the many trains that we added to our network in the previous episode. This is one that's carrying, I thought it would be carrying the plastic from here up to our newly created, it's a long way away, our newly created hub that we've been working on over the last couple of episodes. Do I need to worry about those buses and things? Oh, how old are you? You're 18. I hadn't planned on I had planned on doing something like this episode, but all these, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We might give you a look, perhaps. That's a little bit unprofitable. Big Hogan generally, as you will recall, is a pretty much a sound a bit like this one. Big Hogan generally, all the routes that surround Big Hogan are generally pretty darned profitable. This one a little less so. Merrickman, we may well come back to you actually. It's one of the things I have kind of planned for. Don't do that. Don't let the mouse just dictate where you're going. Right, yeah, so we're only about 10 months on from the end of the from when we set these trains in motion. So there's no profit really being made as yet by anybody. But one interesting thing I noticed, particularly as I was planning to, that's not what I'm interested in, particularly as I played on like I often do. There you are. Actually, if we click you, you're doing less so. And you're not taking anything back. One of the weird things I did at the end of the last episode was to add in a connection between this new hub here for these towns out in the outer reaches off to one of our other secondary hubs out here, thinking it might bring in other goods coming in from our main distribution centre here. It might start bringing goods in to this hub, which this new train service here might bring into our new hub to start feeding the demand of these towns around here. But it seems to be bringing goods in. Now, I'm thinking it's doing that for possibly a couple of reasons. One of which is that all the deliveries to the local towns are purely by lorries, by trucks now. I have all these truck routes going out to the local towns. So there's no distribution by train and then truck within the city. It's all done directly from the hub by these lorries, which means of course that's a lot cheaper in the long run in terms of getting the goods to the customer. So it might be doing it for that reason. The other reason of course is that this hub itself isn't producing any goods as yet. This I think is probably its first delivery of plastic. I'm not quite sure why it's taking oil up there. That is rather unexpected. You're not going to take any oil back with you, are you? No, the oil's... Right. So the fuel is going to be shipped out along with the goods to these towns. Good thinking, game. Right, we're on the ball then. Okay, now, one other little thing I was thinking about is that by doing... This was kind of a fix for... a rather faulty plastics route I'd set up earlier, taking the excess crude oil from this refinery. Are you actually delivering? If I close in a bit more we can see you. There we go. Oh, you're not taking much, are you? In fact, I don't think you're going to be. No. You might pick up, but again the issue here is the goods that we're creating here are going down to this hub, and there's no real way for them to go anywhere from here because all the other trains are pretty full of stuff. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to pause that right there, is actually not ship from this hub to this hub and then onto another hub, and it just takes forever and ever. You seeing as I did have... Do you remember when I removed that goods, that truck cargo stop I had here? Way back in the early days of this series, I had a truck stop here which was delivering the food into the hub city. I had to abandon it because it was taking all the food and no food was getting delivered by trains to any other cities. So I'm going to have to put that back, aren't I? So what we can do, actually, let's increase the capacity of this road here. Let's take you out. Let's make you a proper tarmac road. Yeah, we'll keep speed down because you don't need lots of speed when you're delivering to the final destination, as it were. So cargo. We don't really need a proper big funky truck stop there, do we? Well, I think again we'll just use a standard. Again, I do like these. Oh, I'm pressing page down. Oh, I didn't know page down did that. Ah, page down and page up. I use it on roads and rail to create bridges and tunnels directly, rather than using the M and N keys to sort of heighten or deepen a length of track. It actually starts. It's a bit like the City Skylines. I can't remember if it was part of the base game or was a mod, where you did a similar sort of up and down, and you started building at a certain height, which was a really neat feature. And so it was a little surprise when it wasn't in Transport Fever, but they added it in a recent update. No, I don't want to do you. I don't want you to go down. What I wanted to do was turn you round, which is what I was doing. Right, we'll need. I'll put 2 platforms on there, just in case, and then we'll turn you round a bit like that. Now this should then enable, if I put it a bit closer to the station, then we should be okay. Yep, then those trains should be able to pick up whatever is delivered there. Should we improve that bit of road as well? That last little bit there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace. I'm going to need to draw a bit of road. Right, we'll do that as part of the speed build. So what we're doing today is another sort of fixing episode. We're going through some of our existing routes and just making sure they're the most efficient and cost effective that we can make them. But sort of to forewarn you, an alert, this series will be coming to an end quite soon. As you may have noticed, certainly if you follow the ride-alongs that I do at various points in the videos or the town tours, the lag, my frame rate is getting unpleasant to watch, to put it politely. Certainly on some of the ride-alongs in the busier towns, the stuttering due to the appallingly low frame rate I'm getting just makes it an uncomfortable watch. So as part of the reason, because of that, and because I think we're more or less as far as we've gone so far in terms of developing the routes, the series will be coming to an end reasonably soon. I'm thinking possibly in the year 2015, which is 4 years away in game years, but we'll take that with a pinch of salt. We'll see how we go. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing is having a look at each of the towns and making sure that we've got all the passenger routes set up perfectly to get as many passengers as we can out of them delivered to other places they want to go to. So that's going to be the focus of this episode, fixing old routes, old vehicles, and just starting a look around the cities on the map to make sure we're getting all the people we can moved. Okay, so that's it for this bit. I'll hand over shortly to the soundtrack and the speed build. Hope you enjoy that, and if you do, and this little bit here at the front, it'd be great if you just give it a little bit of a thumbs up. Even the tiniest bit of a thumbs up would be very much appreciated. A little bit of a like. Even better though, if you've got any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, recommendations, even at this late stage in the game, or criticisms for what I'm doing or planning to do, drop a note into the comments box below. That'd be very much appreciated. It'd be great to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already done so, why not subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when I release the last few of these videos or any of my other Let's Play series. So from me, Ajaxpost, enjoy the rest of this episode, and I'll see you again soon. But until then, bye bye for now.